Hi everyone, and welcome to Dan's Destinations. This is my guide to Genting Highlands, Malaysia's premier theme park, resort and casino. It is located on the border of Pahang, just 1 hour's drive from Kuala Lumpur. My drive started in Gohtong Jaya, passing by Batu Caves, onto Karak Highway, and then up the mountain, stopping by 𝗟𝗁𝗏𝗪𝗂 before arriving at Genting Highlands. On my way down, I dropped by Gohtong Jaya before returning home. Also, if you enjoy our guides, please do hit that like and subscribe button. I started my journey in the morning, driving on the Middle Ring Road to Highway, passing by Batu Caves. I previously made a guide to Batu Caves and I'll put the link in the video description. Constructed in 1977, Karak Highway, also known as the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Expressway, winds its way from Kuala Lumpur to Genting Highlands and Pahang. It has earned a reputation as one of the deadliest roads in the country and is known as the most haunted highway in Malaysia. The spooky tales that surround Karak Highway arose from some of the most horrific accidents in the country, including the infamous 1990 highway crash. This deadly accident, which involved 12 vehicles, resulted in the tragic loss of 17 lives and was described as one of the worst road disasters since 1970. Urban legends whisper of a yellow Volkswagen that materializes behind unsuspecting drivers. It compels them to speed up or yield, only to vanish into thin air and reappear mysteriously once more. Another hair-raising tale is that of drivers encountering visions of a wandering schoolboy on the highway, usually around midnight. About 20 minutes after joining Karak Highway, you will see an exit to Genting Highlands. The road up is a winding road, and smaller cars may struggle with the steep inclines, so do be prepared. Alternatively, there are regular and cheap bus services from KL Central that will take you directly to Genting, avoiding the need to drive yourself. If you want to pack more into your visit, do consider Viator, which has packages that include Batu Caves and Genting in the same trip. There are links in the video description below, and using it helps support the channel. The drive up takes about 30 minutes, during which you'll be rewarded with occasional glimpses of the mountain top. On the way up, you'll pass by the old police checkpoint, which was previously established to provide security against robbers targeting visitors or cash transport from the casino. Midway up the mountain, you arrive at 𝗟𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏, Temple, a Buddhist and Taoist temple just 10 minutes from Genting Highlands Resort. Situated at an elevation of 4,600 feet above sea level, the temple graces a 28-acre plot of rocky forested land. Recognizable by the boulder used for its entrance, it now has a more modern and easily accessible car park entry further up the road. The temple's fascinating history is intertwined with the vision and dedication of its patron, 𝗪𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, the founder of Genting Highlands Resort. After completing construction of Genting Highlands' first hotel and casino in 1975, 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 established the 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Society, to whom he donated a 28-acre parcel of land for the temple's construction. With the same tenacity that he demonstrated in building Genting Highlands, he took on the role of planner, architect, designer, contractor, and supervisor in the construction of the temple, completing construction in 18 years and opening on 29 of March 1994. Riding up the lift, you'll come to the 𝗪𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Hall, where there is a vegetarian restaurant as well as many statues of deities. Just after the main entrance is a 9-story pagoda, decorated with many figures of the Buddha. Also next to it is the Buddha Temple. Just behind the Buddha Temple is a statue of the late 𝗪𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, erected in gratitude for his immense philanthropic contributions to the temple. Behind the temple are towering white statues of Kuan Yin and Buddha. There are also many other traditional Chinese figurines and carvings on the stone wall, leading to the statue of Buddha, which showcases the famous 18 divine immortals in Buddhism. Driving on, I arrive at Genting Highlands, a huge resort nestled atop the majestic 𝗍𝗡𝗏𝗧 range. At 1,800 meters above sea level, Genting Highlands tends to be cooler than Kuala Lumpur. In 1965, visionary Malaysian businessman 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗡 transformed this once forested peak into a vibrant tourist entertainment resort. It houses Malaysia's only legal casinos. Driving past a helipad, I arrive at Genting Grand, which is the highest hotel at the resort. It was originally named Genting Hotel and is the second hotel built in Genting Highlands Resort in 1978 after the theme park hotel, since renamed to Genting SkyWorlds Hotel, which was constructed in 1971. In 2013, it was renovated and rebranded as Genting Grand Hotel and has a 4-star rating from Forbes Travel Guide. One of its distinctive features is the revolving restaurant at the top of the hotel and the huge Genting logo on its rooftop, which can be seen as far as Gohtong Jaya, over 70 kilometers away. From the main hotel, I take a walk down to the theme park hotel. The resort is huge with a labyrinth of corridors and escalators, which newcomers can easily get lost in. There are signage along the way, but don't hesitate to ask for directions if you get lost. There are 2 ways down, via many series of escalators. One way is via the basement of Genting Grand, which is the easier route, while the other is via the basement of Highlands Hotel. At the theme park hotel, you will also find the Skytropolis indoor theme park, which is suitable for those with young children or if weather is unsuitable to visit the outdoor theme park. Skytropolis has a series of indoor rides such as merry-go-rounds and indoor elevated train rides for parents to spend time with their young children. The rides only start at 11 AM, so I was too early to film them in action. Walking past the theme park, I arrive at the SkyAvenue complex, a mall that combines shopping, dining, and entertainment under one roof. It boasts over 100 retail shops and about 70 dining outlets. There are also numerous decorations for Christmas at that time. On the ground floor, you'll find the 𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, a gambling outlet inspired by an enchanted forest theme. Filming isn't allowed inside, unfortunately, unlike Casino de Genting in the Genting Grand Hotel, which requires visitors to adhere to a smart casual dress code. 𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 does not have a dress code requirement beyond just wearing shoes. Down one floor, I come to the Genting SkyWorlds theme park, an outdoor wonderland that promises an adventure-filled day for visitors of all age. It is open only from 11 AM onwards. It was envisioned as a movie-inspired theme park project by 20th Century Fox to replace the aging Genting Outdoor Theme Park in 2013. In 2018, Fox Entertainment terminated its agreement with Genting, and the theme park was renamed Genting SkyWorlds. It eventually opened its doors in 2022. Some of the famous rides available include the Terraform Tower Challenge, which is a heart-pounding drop tower, Sid's Rock and Slide, a spinning log ride in the Ice Age zone, and the Independence Day Defiance Flying Theatre. On the way up the winding escalator, I stopped for a meal at the Malaysian food street food court. While there are many restaurants in Genting, this is the only non-halal food court where you can sample famous Malaysian street food that contains pork. Previously, no eateries in Genting Highlands serve pork. While there, try out some of the local Malaysian delicacies like the Penang 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, a flat rice noodle with soy sauce, prawns, and preserved pork sausage, all skillfully fried in a wok. brunch, I had an assortment of dim sum, which included siu mai, har gow, and lo mai kai, a glutinous rice bowl with chicken. To finish off the meal, I had a bowl of chendol, a Malaysian dessert consisting of ice shavings, rice flour, coconut milk, and palm sugar. Driving down, you can stop by the various viewing points to get a spectacular view of the countryside. The roads down are winding, and you do need to take extra care and drive slow. Also, the weather can change suddenly, with thick mist flowing across the roads. On the way, I tried to stop by Gohtong Jaya, which is famous for its Chinese restaurants. Previously, it was the only place you could dine on non-halal food, and was a favourite stop for dinner on the way down. However, the traffic today was extremely heavy, so I turned around and left. If you do visit, there are plenty of Chinese restaurants here that serve delicious dishes. That pretty much concludes my visit. If you like my guide, please do like and subscribe.